And we're live. Hello, Stacy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, honey?
I'm good, Henne. All right. So how's everything been going with you?
Things have been great. I'm back in North Carolina from Texas. I've been here back a few months, but I'm excited. I'm trying to get some new things started, and I'm so glad that you're talking to me. How are you?
I'm good. Let's go ahead and just let everybody know who's watching really quickly. If they have any questions, they can shoot them to us at Dragaholic News on Twitter, and make sure to tag you as well at Stacy L. Matthews, so that they can maybe, if we don't have time to answer their questions now, that we can get to them at the end of the event. So we've got a bunch of questions coming in, but before we start, let's go ahead and I know you've got a couple things to plug, so let's take, you know, a minute to do that.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to my management company, Miguel Ugly, Shooting Star Management. He's amazing. He has done so much for me in the past year. I just want to, give him a shout out. ShootingStarManagement.com. You can visit him. We have an amazing roster of talent, and he's put so much hard work into it. You can visit the link at ShootingStarMGMT.com and check him out. He's amazing. Um, we've got a few Drag Race girls and so many other talents to work with. So book me, honey, and the rest of the talent.
All right. So did you want to start off with anything else, or you want to move on to the questions right now? You ready
We
to
can
go?
start with a question. We can start with a question and move it.
All right. The first question we have is from Lorraine Bow, and the Lorraine Bow Show on Twitter. She wanted to know, how has drag affected your love life?
Oh God, what love life, honey? Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that I've been on a television show or the fact that I'm a drag queen, but it seems like it's kind of hard for me. I don't know. I'm not speaking for every drag queen out there, but it's kind of hard for me to differentiate the difference between someone who's serious or someone who's just interested in me just because I was on a TV show. Just keeping it real, honey. Keeping it real for the children. um, but for me, I'm very particular in what I want in a person, and over the last 4 years since Drag Race and this journey that I've been on, it's been very difficult because I'm always somewhere, I'm always traveling, always in different cities. Um, but I'm very particular, and I feel like if I ever find love, I want to do it the right way. And I just think right now that there's too much going on, and I can't really commit to it. And hopefully I can find someone just as serious as I am, because I'm very serious and passionate when it comes to being in a relationship. So hopefully we'll find that. And if you're interested, hit me up on my cell phone, which is 911. Just kidding. Don't call me.
Well, I already got your number, so I'll be calling you later.
All right, call me maybe.
All right, so we have another question from Paige Turner. She's in Tennessee, I believe,
Come on, Paige
Nashville.
Turner.
All right, so she wants to know, who your biggest, or who has been a big or the biggest inspiration for you in your drag career.
Oh God, I have so many. I will say this: she's not a drag queen, but she was, or kind of still is, depending on how you look at it. She's a plus size girl, and I got the opportunity to work with her in Milwaukee Pride Fest. Her name's Monique, the comedian. Um, Through all the years, like watching her movies, watching her stand up, she became a great influence on me because I feel like she was very. I mean, she didn't care what people thought, and she's being a big girl. She's lost a few pounds since then for health issues, but working with her and just actually having a conversation and just giving me the motivation I need to be a plus size queen, and just not
Mm.
worry about what other people have to say about me. She's one of them. Amazing person. If you ever get to meet her, please meet her. She's amazing. Because people always have this mindset about what celebrities are like in person, and I can honestly say she's an amazing person. But another person that was an influence for me was your current Miss US of A classic, Chevelle Brooks. She's amazing. She's a plus size girl. And my biggest inspiration would be my drag mother, Chastity Scott,
Okay.
who actually got me started in drag. I would not be sitting here having this conversation over these lovely shots. And she kind of got me started. She got me into drag. She got me passionate about it, and for her, I am ever grateful.
Definitely. If you don't mind me asking, if you want to answer this question, I know you're not supposed to ask a lady her age, but how long ago did you start drag?
Actually, about 2 weeks ago. This is my kidding. Oh my God, back in 2001, I was just about to turn 18, and I was going to college. I started college when I was 17, and they actually had a Halloween contest. And my drag mother, who I found out later was my cousin, she did my makeup for the first time. She put me in the contest, and when I walked on the stage, the judges were like, "We don't understand. Like, what are you? Like, you're just a woman." And I think, if I remember correctly, I grabbed the microphone and I spoke in a deep voice, and I was like, "I'm a woman. I'm a man." But yeah, I won the contest, and since then I've been doing drag and trying to do my best at it. I think I've done pretty good, right?
Yeah, I can't complain. You're good to look
Me
at.
neither, honey. Honey, boo, boo, child.
So we have another question. It's from, I'm probably going to say this wrong. I think it's Alicia, I'm guessing, the way it's spelled. It's ITSALLYSHA 33 on Twitter. And she wants to know, when you have to lip sync, do they have you perform the whole song or a shortened version of it?
Does she mean on the show, on Drag Race?
I'm guessing. Let's go with that. And if not,
In that case, yes, the whole song, honey. Whole song. And when I tell you it's frustrating, for any girls who are auditioning for Drag Race, you do not want to be in the bottom two because it's a very nerve-wracking situation.
what songs did you have to lip sync to?
The first time, it was me and India Farah, and we done meeting in the ladies' room. And when I heard the song, they gave us little headphones with all the pre-programmed songs on them, and the sheet music. Well, not the sheet music, the lyrics, and pretty much had to learn everything because we didn't know when we were going to be in the bottom two. So when I got back to my hotel and I heard this song, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I would just fall asleep with the music from Climax just playing in my ear. And sure enough, honey, in the bottom two, lip sync for my life, and thank God I did not go home. And honestly, I would say if I would have went home to anyone in the competition, could have been India Farah because I think she's fierce. And before I knew she was on the show, I was like standing in the room of Drag Race thinking, oh my God, how great would it be to have India Farah in this competition, because I watched all her videos. It was amazing. And in walks India Farah. Yes, God, I was living.
When she walked in, she was wearing the same outfit as Phoenix. Was it as dramatic as they made it out to be on TV, or was that just a bunch of editing?
Oh my God, I don't want to get anybody fired, but no, it was not. It was not. It was just like, yeah, those sound effects.
A bunch of flashing lights and sound effects making it happen.
No, I didn't even notice. I didn't know until I watched the show that it was that dramatic. Girl, no ma'am.
All right. The next question we have comes from a girl named Anna Bruner, Bruner, Drag Race fan 1971 on Twitter, and she wants to know, what do you think was the one thing you did in your audition video to get on RuPaul's Drag Race?
Hmm. Here's the funny thing. I filmed my audition tape at home. I was by myself, and I recorded it, and I kind of pieced it together, and I watched it, and I was like, you know what? This isn't who I am. This is not genuine, and that's one thing I focused on. I made my video, and I tried to be as real as possible. I was like, listen, if I give them all of me, and they don't like it, oh well, honey. So I was myself. I didn't try to be anything I wasn't. Um, I mean, I didn't have the best outfits. I didn't have the best makeup. I didn't have the best a lot of things, but I showed it. I showed them who I was as a person, and obviously it paid off. So I'm forever grateful.
Definitely. What did it feel like whenever you got that phone call that said, "Stacy, you're coming on Drag Race"?
You know, the funny thing is, I kept telling myself that I was on the show because I was that confident in myself. Um, because, I had been in the business a few years, and I had been doing shows, and I spent so many years trying to prove myself as an entertainer, and I felt like I finally, like, this was my opportunity, and I wasn't going to pass it up. And I just told myself that I was going to be on this show, and eventually, when I did get the call, I wasn't surprised because in my mind, I was going to be on that show, honey. If I had to drive to LA myself and just crash the party.
Was it the first time you auditioned?
Well, I auditioned the year before. I didn't go through the whole process, but I did actually fill out the information online, but I didn't actually make a tape or anything. And they sent me a letter, saying encouraging me to audition again. So, the year I made it is the actual year that I went the whole process and done all the gigs.
So you did it the first time.
First time, honey. First time the charm.
All right. The next question we have comes from someone named Wicked Rose on Twitter. It's WYKEDD Rose, and they want to know. Yeah, Wicked Rose. They want to know what inspires you.
What inspires me? I would say people who are passionate about the things they do. I've been in a lot of cities in the United States, and I've been in a lot of towns, but I will say that being in Ohio, I was there a few weeks ago, and we actually set a world record for the largest drag queen group number on stage. And after we done all that, I was just standing back watching performers perform. And what inspires me is watching people who take out time and actually put their all into what they're doing. And I can honestly say the girls who work at Access Nightclub in Columbus, Ohio, are very passionate, and that's one of the reasons why I would not mind moving to that city and being a part of that group. Um, that pushes me to be a better person and be a better entertainer. So just people who are motivated and people who don't mind pushing boundaries, because a lot of the girls there do just that, and that inspires me to be a better entertainer.
Well, speaking of moving to Columbus, I heard from a little bird came and told me something about you thinking about moving.
A little bird? What kind of bird? What kind of
A
bird
little
was it?
bird. I don't know, it was maybe a bird from yesterday when we talked before this event, but
I'm actually thinking about it. My management company is in Ohio, so it'll be a lot more convenient. I want to work at the clubs there. I love working at Access and all the different clubs in Toledo and Cleveland, and but yeah, I'm actually starting a new podcast called Let's Have a Three-Way, and I will be shooting that in Columbus, Ohio. So if I'm going to do it, I might as well be where the action is.
when does that start?
I'm actually going to be there next weekend filming some stuff,
Mhm.
but we're just going to do a few test runs to see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. And then
Okay.
once it hits the ground, we're going to go, just start advertising and get people interested and see how it goes.
And if people are interested in listening to this podcast, where can they find it?
You can check. I'll be posting the links and stuff on my Facebook. I don't know the exact link. I could get it for you, within the next few minutes, but it's called Let's Have a Three-Way, like I said. But the links are available. I'll post them on Facebook, and we'll be filming that soon. Sorry, my drag daughter's calling me out. Tatiana Matthews.
Does she want to come over and say hi?
Come say hi, Tatiana.
Say hi to the world.
This is my child, honey. Tatiana Matthews. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello. How old is she?
Don't we look alike? How old are you?
I'm 17.
17. I don't think so, honey.
I'm 20.
She's
No,
20.
I meant how old are you, like, in the drag baby world?
5.
She's 5.
5 years old. All
Which
right.
means I'm 65. In dog
So
years.
that means we're going to be seeing her on Drag Race soon.
Well, possibly. Is that right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Possibly, maybe.
Possibly, maybe.
Eventually, I'm sorry, but every drag queen in America is going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Eventually.
Well, RuPaul did say something about he's going to continue doing it until they stop paying him to do it. So.
Yeah. Well, RuPaul's a smart cookie, honey. She will.
Yes,
she will
he is.
She will always have work.
That's for sure. All right, so we have another question. It's from Sam on Twitter. His handle is very vivacious. It's Mother Has Arrived. And he's in love with you, first of all. He's tweeting us saying how much he loves you. And he wants to know if you were cast on All Stars Season 2 and they did teams again, who would you want to be paired with?
Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, God. I need a minute to think about that. Wow. I don't know. Can I think about that? I don't know. It's hard.
It's okay. Yeah. Well, I'll go on to the next question, and while we're doing that, you can think about this one.
Okay.
All right. So the next one comes from Lee B. Her Twitter handle is Lee Leebee, and then in MB. I don't know. And she wants to know your trademark word, henny. Where did it come from? Because she absolutely loves it.
I think I know this person. Lee B in Myrtle Beach.
Ah.
Person. Anyway, Lee Bryant of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I can honestly say that being from the South, a lot of us Southerners use the word honey. Honey child, honey no, honey yes. So it's just a thing I grew up with. It's a thing that I embraced. And being a drag queen, honey. See, there it is, honey. Honey. Everybody say honey. Yes, honey, we saw it.
Now, how did it evolve from honey to henny?
I don't know. I don't think I ever said henny. It was always honey, but I think people kind of put a twist on it, especially Rue, because I know Rue tweeted me and said that they started using henny around the office at Word of Wonder. So I think people just took it and made it their own. So I say henny, not henny. So there you go. Use it.
Maybe it's the Southern accent. People picking up on it a bit.
I think it's those other states trying to be Southern.
All right. So, did you have a question or an answer for who you want to be partnered with yet?
It can be from any season, right?
Any season.
Oh my God. I would probably say Shangela. And I know we were on the same season, but she's funny, she's quick. I think she's learned a lot since Drag Race, so she could hold her own. She's a dear friend of mine, and I think we could work well together. And hopefully not sabotage each other in the process.
Let's see, what would your name be? It would be Layne Matthews?
Shangelena.
Shangelena.
Oh my God, I don't know. D'Angela. Angela Layne.
Angela Layne. I like that. That actually has a ring to it. Now, wait.
Layne.
Since you are Southern, is that why you took 3 names?
Here's the thing. When I first started out doing drag, my name was Stacy Matthews. But a lot of people don't know that when I got on drag, I made a joke to RuPaul and I said my name should have been Stacy Layne Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the whole Layne thing came from. I started using it. It had been an idea before, but I never put it on my drag name officially. So RuPaul always called me Stacy Layne Bryant Matthews Ladisaw Q. No, that's too long, honey. I can't. So yeah, people just started calling me Stacy Layne Matthews, and I like it.
Yeah, it's got a ring to it. All right. So the next question we have, Mother Has Arrived is submitting quite a few questions, so I'm going to try and get to some others as well.
Who is this
but
Mother Has Arrived, honey?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Mother.
He wants to know. I'll ask one more of his and get on to someone else after that. But he wants to know, what was it like filming RuPaul's Drag Race? Are there any behind-the-scenes stories or tea you can spill?
Ooh, I don't want to spill too much, honey. I don't want to shut him down. Well, just imagine being from a small town, and this is my own personal experience. Being from a small town, doing shows maybe 4 times a month, maybe 3, to being whisked away to LA, a big city.
First time on a plane.
First time on a plane. We are changing lives, apparently. We are just changing lives. But just being in a room full of drag queens I've never met in my life, being in front of a camera, lights, kind of no privacy. It was very tough for me, and yeah, it was an experience. But I do enjoy it. I do not regret doing RuPaul's Drag Race. I think I created some of the most amazing friendships. Some of the most amazing friendships.
Not all of them.
Hashtag get your life. Scandalo. But yeah, it was frustrating at times. But you can expect that with it being 13 drag queens in the same room, filming, being in heels. Cause I'm a big girl, honey. I can't walk in those 6-inch stilettos. That is not cute. But that heel will be in the ground. But yeah, it was fun, but very frustrating at times. What was the other question?
Let's see. Are there any behind-the-scenes stories that you can tell?
Oh, God. Other than that, we were tired, dead dog tired at the end of the day, honey. When I tell you, like getting back into the car, going back to where we were living at the time, just tired boots, honey, and eating that heavy food at 2 o'clock in the morning and having to get up at 9? No, ma'am. Can I tell you, I ain't trying to sound vulgar, honey, but my stomach was toe up.
What were they feeding you?
I don't know. It was kind of like snack food, tacos, stuff like that, like pastas, and oh, girl, I cannot.
Stuff that you're supposed to eat once a week and they were feeding you 7 days a week?
Exactly. My stomach was not the same after that show.
All right. So we have another question. It's from Robert the Tyre? Tyre? I don't know. His Twitter handle is Ander, IFE, ANDERIFE, and he wants to know, if you weren't doing drag, what kind of job do you think you'd be doing? And don't tell me it's no flight attendant.
Oh, no, man. Yeah. Well, before drag, one of my inspirations was theater. I'd probably be on a stage somewhere with Studio One, Bravo Studios, working, doing theater shows, because I love it, honey. That's what I was doing before Drag Race, what I was doing before I started doing drag. Probably on a stage somewhere, doing something, singing, working it out.
What about music? The next question we actually have is about your music career. Will you Will you be releasing any music? Because your voice is incredible. Henny.
Henny. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Back in 2011, I had the opportunity to make an album. But here's how I operate. I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna do something, I want to do it well, and I feel like I was not in the position mentally to release an album and have it be exactly what I wanted it to be. But I will say that me and my manager Michael are working on some stuff. Um, and when I do it, trust me, the world will know, honey. I will tweet it, and everybody will know that Stacy has music on the way. I just want to make sure it's done the right way. I know a lot of the Drag Race girls are releasing music like all the time. Adore Delano is doing very well. Um, but it's just not my style of music. I'm more of a Jasmine Sullivan type person, India Ari, very soulful music like John Legend, stuff like that. But when it happens, I want it to be right. So we'll see.
Definitely. Definitely. Is there any inspirational artist that inspires your music style and genre?
Hmm. You know what's funny? A lot of my friends that are here right now, we are in. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's being from the South or being raised up in church, but we love gospel music, honey. So we sing gospel music all the time. A lot of soulful stuff, like I said, India Ari, John Legend, All of Me. We could start a group right now because we got about 15 queens. 15 queens. Yes, we got a whole band right here. Musicians.
You got your 10-piece orchestra.
Oh, speaking of 10-piece, can someone run a KFC? What time is it?
KFC, girl. I thought it was all about Popeye's chicken.
I don't know, ma'am. We don't. We do.
You're living in Tennessee. You're living in Tennessee. Shaqula's gonna get mad at you.
Girl, we in North Carolina, honey.
You're staying in North Carolina right now?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Yeah. Are you in the back swamp?
Not right now. Currently, I'm in Fayetteville, the military town. Yes.
So
Military.
you're going for that military, boys. Are you on Grindr over there right now?
Let's see.
Is that what the phone is going off for?
Oh my God. My manager's texting me. Leave me alone, Michael.
All right, so we have another question, and it comes again from Robert the Tire, and our Ife on Twitter, and he wants to know, what is the favorite moment of your career? I'm assuming drag career, but what is the favorite moment of your career?
Ooh, the moment. Let's see. Can I name 3?
Go for it.
Probably the first one being, I done Monique on the Snatch Game. But my manager at the time gave me the opportunity to work with Monique in Milwaukee. Me and a couple of the Drag Race girls opened up for her for her stand-up show.
Wow.
And actually sitting down and having a conversation with her, that's probably the biggest highlight. And from doing Monique on the show, I actually got my own off-Broadway show playing her, called The Monique Show. I'm pretty sure everyone's watched The Monique Show, her talk show.
Yeah.
But it was a spoof of her talk show called The Monique Show. And I had guests like Amanda Lepore and celebrity impersonators. We actually had Sarah Palin. But other than that, I would say probably opening up at the New Now Next Awards. I got to meet some very amazing, some huge names there, and got to open up for the show there. So that was fun, and that was amazing.
Okay, so that was one. What were the other 2?
I just gave them to you. The 3. I gave you 3.
You gave me 3? I don't know how to count. I need to go back to school.
New Now Next Awards. the Harmonique show and actually opening up for Monique.
Okay, okay. There we go. Now that you counted it out, I got it, girl. All right. So the next, we have a fun little game from someone, and they want to know: Marry, fuck, kill, Yara Sofia, Manila Luzon, Alexis Mateo.
Repeat that.
Marry, fuck, kill, Yara Sofia, Manila Luzon, and Alexis Mateo.
I don't get it. What is the question?
Who would you marry? Who would you fuck? And who would you kill?
Oh, okay.
You never played this game?
Oh my god, I'm so slow. Well, my son Ruben Hancock, shout out to Ruben, is actually married to Yada Sophia. So I would probably marry Yada since we have the same cut tape, same type. I would probably fuck Alexis because I like the Latin men. I'd probably kill Manila. I love her to death, but she talks too much. Love you, girl.
Now, I want to ask you some in-depth questions, but I don't know the age of our people who are watching. But why is it that you like them Latin men?
I don't know. I just have a thing for dark hair and tan skin. No, I don't like the uncuts.
It's not that 1, 2, 3, 4 skin.
Oh no, I can't. I like I don't know. I guess it's the accent. Maybe it's I just like a guy with dark hair, dark like tan skin. Ooh, Mario Lopez type. I would retire from drag forever.
For Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
I'm on that same level with you, don't worry.
Commercial!
All right, so we have another question, and it's from Village Creek Lee on Twitter, and I can't tell if it's a he or a she because there's a boy and a girl in the picture, but they, gender neutral, wants to know, what is your most favorite song to sing live?
My favorite song to sing live. Probably, I don't know. Oh my god. I love Adele. I love singing Adele. Probably Someone Like You. I actually sang it on the Drag Stars at Sea cruise last year. They loved it. You never go wrong with Adele. Even though her music's kind of depressing, still love it.
Right on. What are you? Speaking of the Drag Race cruise, are you going to be on the cruise again this year? And can people book with you?
As of right now, no. But you never know; things might change. I've actually done every cruise they've ever done, so I think you should know. Time to give up the other girls a chance because we have so many girls who haven't done the cruise. Once you've done one, you're done. Yeah. I had fun doing the cruise, but I think it's time to give the other girls a chance. The cruise with the fans.
All right. So the next question: Mother has arrived yet again, and
Who is this? Mother has arrived, honey.
His name is Sam. And he's got a picture of a drag nun as his profile picture. Oh no, I take that back. Oh, you're gonna hate me for this. That is you, girl. His profile picture is you. I thought it was a nun. I'm sorry.
My identity has been stolen, honey.
In the little thumbnail, it looks like. Anyways, he wants to know, what's your favorite movie? His is Lucy's Garden. And what is your favorite movie?
Oh my god, I have so many. I am a horror movie fan. But I could say if I could watch one movie over and over, it would probably be Hocus Pocus or Mean Girls. I don't know. I have so many. I really do. I can't name them all.
I agree with you.
What kind of movies do you like?
I'm not a big fan of horror because I'm a little afraid. I used to love them when I was younger, but now I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack when I watch them.
Oh, girl.
Especially if I'm home alone.
Could you imagine me running through the woods, scared, and the killer is like after me?
Would you be the
And I
first
just
one to
take out.
die?
Hopefully not, but you never know. If it comes to running, yes, I'll be the first one dead. Just dead, laid up in the woods in the leaves, honey.
Well, you don't have to be the fastest person. Remember this. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than the slowest person.
Well, you just have to remember not to trip, because you see those horror movies where girls are running and they're like, I don't understand it. Why can't you fucking run in a movie? I don't get it. Why does the girl always have to trip?
There always happens to be that one little random root from a tree that sticks out that their foot gets caught in.
Oh my God, it kills me. I will be looking for the root, so I would not trip and fall.
All right. So we have another question, and it comes from someone named Emma. Oh, I'm going to say this probably wrong. Whitham, Witham, and it's Emma11_ on Twitter, and she wants to know her. I'm gonna pass that one. It has something. I'm confused. She says, "Should I name my dog Lucy? I think it has a good ring to it. Should I legally change my name to Lucy?"
Lucy?
I don't know.
Girl, I don't know.
Her name is Emma11_ on Twitter. Emma Whitham.
Emma. On that note.
Next.
On that note, can we do a cheers for Emma?
Cheers to you, Emma.
We're in the Interior Illusions Lounge having a cocktail.
All right. Well, so we have someone who popped up from earlier, and it's Robert the Tire, and he wants to just explain his name. And he says it comes from a movie called Rubber, and he has destructive telepathic powers, and he will soon set his sight on a desert town. In particular, a mysterious woman becomes his obsession. So I think you're his obsession.
Ooh, is it cute?
Let's see. His profile picture is Britney Spears with the yellow snake.
Ooh, is that a metaphor?
All right. Guess who's back? Mother has arrived yet again, and he wants to know.
I want to find out who this mother has arrived is.
You can talk to him on Twitter afterwards. He'll be around. I'm sure he'll be around for a while. He ain't got nothing better to do.
Talk to you.
We need to get Vivacious in on this call with this boy over here. Okay, so he wants to know, did you secretly throw that Heather necklace in a fire when you finished season 3, or did you keep it?
Ooh. I actually kept it, but I do not wear it because it turns my neck green. Yeah, there it is. It's cheap. Sorry, Heathers, but it's cheap, honey. It turns my neck green.
So did you ever find out what a Heather is?
I started watching the movie, and I guess it's people who I'm not going to go into that. Thank you. Thank you.
Next. Thank you. All right. So another question is, of all of the hair that you have, what is your favorite to wear?
Oh, God. I don't know. I like big hair. Probably my short blonde hair because it reminds me of Tamala Mann. You know who Tamala Mann is?
Maybe I'm too young.
She's Cora from the Medea movies.
Okay.
But every time I wear it, people say I look like her. What are you doing? All right.
Someone wants to come in the camera and say hi or something? Who knows what's going on?
It was my daughter.
Okay. I just want to pause for a moment and just say if anybody has any questions that they can tweet them to us on Twitter at Dragaholic News. And feel free to tag Stacy as well. So we've got about 20 minutes left. The next question we have is a follow-up to the conversation we just had about horror movies, and they want to know what's your 3 favorite horror movies, and they spell favorite with a U, so that means they're from England, and they're so.
Ooh. Oh my God. Let's see. Horror movies. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this movie, but it's called Case 39. That's a really good movie. Ticked Off Trains with Knives. No, that was not a horror movie.
Isn't that featuring Willem?
Yes, he's in that. I'm a classic. I like the old movies. Child's Play was one of my favorites. Oh my God, there's so many. Pumpkinhead. Anything that has to do with like dolls or stuff like that. Dolly Dearest was one of my favorites. I actually watched Poltergeist the other day.
Ooh.
It's been a while since I've seen that, but I don't know. I just love movies.
Did you come to the light?
Coming to the light, Carolyn. But yeah, guys.
All right.
Put your questions. We're here. We want to answer.
Yes, Dragaholic News and Stacy L. Matthews on Twitter. So we have Joanna, I'm going to say this wrong, Viers, Viers, on Twitter. She wants to know, do you have any advice for any up-and-coming drag queens?
I will say, this is a tough business. And there are a lot of people out there who are willing to help you. There are a lot of people out there who aren't. I would just say find you a group of friends who are into the drag scene, who don't mind helping you, lending a hand, showing you the ropes. Just find, some mentors, because that's what I've done. I didn't quite know anything about drag, and that's where I took my drag mother. And that's kind of what a drag mother is. They kind of show you what you need to do, what not to do, how to do things right. Just someone who's there to help, and just find people that you can trust. People you take to the club, make sure your tips don't get stole for free. Okay.
Is there
Find your support system? That's one of my biggest. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, are there any makeup tips or any makeup brands that you want to recommend to these queens? Because we were all there at one point, and that's the hardest thing to master.
I've tried probably every makeup possible. But I have found for me, and I know people are going to be like, they're probably going to bust into flames when I say this, but I actually, when I use like eyeliner and stuff, it's always the dollar store eyeliner because it's the darkest. It stays on the longest. It does. Don't look at me like that. It does. But a lot of things you can't cut back on are like eyeshadows because you need that pigmentation on your eye. The Femme is always good. Ben Nye is always good. MAC is okay for me. I don't like the black is black for MAC. Always get you a good primer for your eye, especially if you're using eyeshadows. A good lip gloss. Some fierce lashes. Cannot do drag without lashes and nails. Hence, the no nails.
Ooh! Alaska
Not gonna
Thunderstorm would read your ass right now.
Oh, that's fine, honey. But yeah, just get you, the essentials have to be quality stuff, but you can always experiment and figure out works well for your face. What are you doing? Are you like stalking me?
Do you have someone else who wants to come say hi?
It's just my drag daughter, honey. She's just trying to get in on this gig.
She's just trying to get her 5 seconds of fame.
It's fine. I'm not trying to go on a leak egg. I'm just trying to.
Somebody book her, Tatiana Matthews, on Facebook.
I mean, she'll take a book. That's fine. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So we have a lot of new questions that have come in. The next is, Was it hard starting drag?
For me personally, yes, because you go into a club and you try to get noticed, you try to get people to help you out. And one of my main goals was to actually get into a show. And once you're a new queen, you have to come in, you have to do cameos, you don't necessarily get paid, and you kind of have to prove yourself to earn that spot. And I've done it for years before I actually, receive recognition for my hard work. Um, a lot of places are quicker to pick up girls, and there's a lot of places that um, it's harder to get gigs. Sorry. Um, but yeah, for me it was very hard, but I stuck to it, and I stayed motivated, and I'm here now, sitting in front of you as Stacy Layne, Honey Boo Boo Child Matthews.
Henny Boo Boo Child.
Yes, honey.
All right. So Anna Brunner, Drag Race fan, 1971 on Twitter, wants to
Hi.
know. From seeing you the other day, you look happier. Are you just in that stage of life?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you where I saw Anna. You ready for this? I saw her at the country cooking buffet, honey. She was carrying those roads down. And it was hot in that restaurant, I'm gonna tell you, but it was delicious. But to answer your question, here's the thing: if I'm not getting any younger, no one is, and I try to make the best of every situation. And even though it's one of the hardest things to do, you have to have fun in life. You have to surround yourself with positive people. You have to have a support system, and you have to have people who love you. And I think that I've succeeded in that. I try to be as positive as I can, but being human, we are our own worst enemies. I've had a few obstacles along the way, especially in the last 4 years, because it's been very hard for me, but I've embraced it, and I've taken it for what it's worth. And one thing I can say is just to have fun with life, because life is too short. I mean, we've lost so many amazing queens in the last few years. Sahara Davenport, she was amazing. She left this world too soon, and I'm not going to get depressed with this podcast, honey. But a lot of girls are leaving, honey. You just enjoy life. That's all I can say. We all have our own personal demons, but as long as you're having fun and you're not doing anything to harm anybody else, I don't see a problem with it.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen in there?
All right. Sounds like you got your entourage in the background.
Yeah. Yes, Gaga.
All right, so Lily B is back, and she wants to know, what qualities do you like or dislike in Mr. Right on a dating level?
Oh. Oh my God, qualities. I like someone who's honest. I don't like a liar. I like someone who can make me laugh. I hate sarcasm. It's okay, if it's your close friend and you know you're joking. But as far as someone I've never met and we're just going out on a date, sorry, honey, I'm upset. But just somebody who I don't feel is fake. I hate fake people. I don't like, especially if you're trying to get to know me. Just be real, be funny, be positive. What are you doing over there?
Oh, my computer's gonna die because I didn't plug it in. I'm irresponsible like that.
Oh my God.
It's okay. All right. I got you. All right. Sorry to interrupt that conversation. Anyways, moving on. What is, guess who's back? Mother has arrived again, and he wants...
Oh my God. Come on.
I'm just going to skip this question because he's one of those stalker people on Twitter who just wants you to follow him. So you better follow that bitch. He asks you a lot of questions.
Come on, Mother.
Okay, next is Joanna Gonzalez, RPDR_addict, and she wants to know, do you like traveling around to do your shows, and how do you feel about being able to travel for shows?
I think it's a privilege because a lot of girls don't get to go and experience a lot of things that a lot of us race girls do. Um, and I'm not gonna go there, but anyway, I enjoy it. I have been to a lot of different places. It does get tiring because I know back in 2011, especially when the show just aired, sometimes I would wake up in cities and I would not know where the hell I was because I have been so many places in just a short amount of time. Like I know I left North Carolina. I would fly to like Milwaukee. I would leave Milwaukee, go to Chicago, leave Chicago, go to New York, leave New York, go to Pittsburgh. It was a lot, especially being a big girl, honey, but it didn't stop me. I had fun doing it, and I still enjoy traveling. I actually just done the Norfolk Pride and the what was it? Norfolk and what? Anyway, Virginia Pride. There you go. And,
Okay, so we got
and
about
it
we
was
got about
fantastic.
9 minutes left, and I've got a couple of questions. Let's see if we can power through them. Here's one that might be a little controversial. Do you think Magnolia Crawford deserved the hate she received from season 6? Next.
I'm gonna answer it. Hold on. First of all, I believe in the power of editing, but I do not believe. I've never met her. Don't know anything about her. I actually did not know that she was on RuPaul's Drag Race for a long time. But RuPaul gives girls this opportunity. I mean, I understand you want exposure and stuff, but there's a difference between being a queen and there's a difference between being a queen and being professional. And I think she crossed the line. I think she could be doing a whole lot more if she would have chose a different route with the way she approached RuPaul's Drag Race. And my thing was, when I got on the show, I feel like I was too quiet. And a lot of people took it as me being a quiet person and being timid and afraid to do things, but that's not the case. It was just, I feel like she could have took it in a little bit more and appreciated the experience. So I've never met her. I'm pretty sure she's an amazing entertainer, but I think her approach was the wrong thing for RuPaul's Drag Race. And she took a spot that another queen that was sitting on their couch trying to make their coins could have been in that situation. They could have been, in her situation. I think she pretty much threw that away.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, it's a controversial topic. All right. So Bianca and Sharon Lover, which is, I'm assuming Bianca and Sharon, Drag Queens __ wants to know, how did you come up with your drag name?
Oh God, do you really want to know? Okay. Well, back in in high school, horny little teenager I was. I would actually get on the sex chat line on my mom's home phone, and I would come like, "Hi guys, this is Stacy," and that's the name I always used when I would talk to guys on the phone. But when I realized that those calls weren't free, and I was running up my mama's damn house phone bill to $900, then a bitch had to find another means of communicating. So yeah, after that, I was like, no more chat lines, honey. And I started using Stacy, and then Matthews, my last name, actually comes from a middle name, which is Matthew. Yeah. So Stacy Matthews, and then the whole Layne thing comes from Drag Race. So there you go. Sex chat line all day long.
All right, so we've got a couple more. Let's see what we can get to. I'll pick the best ones out of this. By the way, Lee Bryant wants to let you know he's a man, by the way.
I know, Lee. That's my future husband.
Is it Stacy Layne Bryant Matthews for a reason?
Mm-hmm. He calls me that all the time.
All right, so we have, let's see. If you had to only perform one song again, which song would it be?
Oh, God. I heard someone say the other day, if I hear, and I'm telling you one more time, but when I tell you, honey, that song gets me right together every time I perform it, and I'm telling you, I will do it for the rest of my life. I love that song. Not too crazy about the Jennifer Holiday version, but the Jennifer Hudson version gives me life. Gives me life. What are you looking at, bitch?
Okay, and so kind of going off that same question, we have, what is your favorite song at the moment?
Ooh, what is my favorite song? Oh my God, Problem by Ariana Grande. However you say her name, honey. She's amazing. I think she's underrated.
All right, and since we're just about to wrap things up, let's see. I have to pick. Here's a question. Someone wants to know, many people have said you are a tea girl.
Ooh.
Is this true?
Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, for a long time, since I was maybe in my teens, I've always felt like I should have been a girl. But just because I feel that way doesn't mean I don't like drag. I love drag. I love being an entertainer. At the present moment, right now, the way that I feel is I don't identify myself as transgendered. I don't identify as being gay. I don't identify as being whatever. You know, physically, I'm still a male, but mentally, I'm just Stacy. However you take that, that's fine. I don't like labels. I mean, I feel like I should have been a woman, but it didn't happen, and I just want to be, I want the world to see me as Stacy and nothing else, whatever that means. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Now my follow-up question with that is, in and out of drag, do you prefer male or female pronouns?
For me, it seems more natural to hear someone call me a female. I mean, because what? Oh God, I won't tell that story. I don't know. It just seems more natural, and like it kind of, when I'm somewhere, especially like an airport, and I'm like giving the ticket guy my ticket, whatever. Never, hardly ever, 99% of the time they call me female. So it's kind of natural. I've kind of adapted to it, and I've gotten used to it. So when someone calls me a guy, it kind of takes me for surprise. A lot of my friends don't see me as a man. Do you? Daisy?
No, I met Stacy and they described her as the boy with hips like a girl.
I mean, I say like a woman, so could have been a woman, but unfortunately, I wasn't born a woman. But I can change it, right?
All right, well, we're just about out of time, so a bunch of people are saying, they love you and they want to know, if you give them a shout out. So if you could just, to everybody
I
out
love
there.
you guys. Thank you so much for viewing the page. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for your tweets, your messages. And if you have any other questions, any dirty stuff you want to talk about, you want to, just get the real tea, gospel, hit me up on Facebook, Stacy Layne Matthews, or Twitter, Stacy L. Matthews, and I'll gladly message you and talk whatever you want to talk about. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to give a shout out to? You have any upcoming shows or events that are going on?
What'd you say? Hold on, I'm getting so many ears. What? Dragaholicsnews.com. Oh, please let me finish, honey. And thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show, and thank you for taking out the time. to coordinate this whole thing. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you to Shooting Star Management who helped
Yeah, thank you,
organize the
Shooting
whole
Star
event.
Management, for letting me be a part of your group. Michael's amazing. And I want to give a shout out to Nina West and Virginia West of Access Nightclub. They book all the Drag Race girls there. They have amazing house cast there. So give a shout out to them and everyone else in Ohio.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're out of time. So, is there anything else you wanted to say? Maybe take a shot for all the children out there watching you.
You want to take a shot? Well, in the Interior Illusions Lounge, we have alcohol, but I'm just going to take a shot and say cheers to all the queens out there who people always said you couldn't do it and told you were nothing, but just know you are a fierce bitch, and we celebrate you. Cheers! Where's your shot? Where's your little kitty cup?
Right here. It's my little kitty
Cheers!
cup. Cheers!
Oh, that was weak. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.